So I was saying that, let's say, I was taking an example of Garden City principles. So in college, you will study what was the situation that resulted into this concept, detail about this particular concept, pros and cons, criticism, what other planners said about this particular concept at that time and what they are saying now, and the city that is based on this particular Garden City concept, and what is the situation of that city now. All these things you will study, in college. But let's say you are studying that particular same topic for gate preparation. Now you need not to study the first part, what was the situation that resulted into the Garden City principle, and you will only study the second part, which is what this Garden City principle is all about, and that also not in very detail. You need not to study the third, fourth, and fifth part. So what is important here is whatever you are studying in Garden City principle is, so what is important, who has given this particular principle. So you know the Ebenezer Harvard, right? So if a name comes, that is important. If the name of the place comes, that is important. Like for example, Letchworth and Welwyn is based on Garden City principle. So these are the name of the places. So these are important. If a term comes while you are studying, then that is important. Like for example, this is based on three magnet theory given by the same Ebenezer Harvard. So three magnet theory is a term. So this is again important. And if a number comes, that is important. So this was for meant for 32,000 people, and the area was supposed to be 1,000 acres, surrounded by 5,000 acres. So all these are numbers: 32,000, 1,000, 5,000. So you have to remember this. So you need to understand that the only relevant part for the gate examination is that name of the person, name of the place. If a term comes, that is important, and if a number comes, that is important. Rest is not important for you. So you need not to go into the detail of everything, and this you need to follow for every topic and for every subject. So this I have explained this with an example so that you understand how much you need to study. And there's no fixed formula that okay, this much is you need to study for all the topics. This will vary depending on the topics. So how would you get the idea how much you should study? So you will get the idea by solving the previous year question paper. So here comes the next part. If wants to add something, he can add. Otherwise, let's discuss the next part. So, so you have understood the difficulty level. You have understood the nature of the examination. You have understood the time that is required, and you have also understood how deep you need to go. What is the would be the depth of the study for any topic. Now, let's say you have understood all these things. So the next thing is preparation. You want to start preparation, and what you would do the first, and the next, and then next. So from where you would start is the next big question. So if you will go through the syllabus of GATE given by the in IIT basically who conduct the GATE examination, the syllabus is very brief. You will realize that the syllabus is very brief. For example, I can give you an example that for the landscape architecture, which is the integral part of GATE syllabus, there is only two words that is written in the syllabus: landscape design. Only two words. So now from that two word, how can you understand what you need to study for GATE examination? So for this you will understood by going through the previous year question paper. So first thing that I would suggest, if you want to prepare for GATE preparation, GATE examination, go through the previous year paper at least 10 to 15 years, right? And not just once, twice. Now, what would happen is once you will go through this previous year 10 to 15 year question paper, 30%, 40% question would be easy. You will understand it and you will probably solve it. And a lot of question will be, something that you will find difficult to solve, difficult to understand, and even some question that you will find, you will realize that you have never heard about these things. So you need not to get demotivated by this. What you first do is just because since you have not covered the syllabus, you are directly going through the previous year question paper. So this is very natural that you won't understand many things. The same thing won't happen if you will cover the syllabus, right? So first you have to go through the 10 to 15 year question paper of GATE twice. just cover that, and by the end of it you will easily understand, you will get a certain idea that okay, this kind of question is asked from this particular topic. So you will realize that from planning part they are asking this kind of question, and from, let's say, as I gave you the example of landscape design, so after going through 10 to 15-year question paper, you will realize that since they have not given the syllabus, now you can prepare your own syllabus based on the previous year question paper. So now you will understand, okay, they are asking question based on botanical name of trees and shrubs and climber and creeper, and they are asking the question from this planting technique. They are asking question from various landscape style: Chinese, Japanese, Mughal, Egyptian, Persian, etc. So now you will have your own syllabus. So after completing this 10-15 year question paper, you prepare subject wise syllabus, right? Okay, so let's say one of the example was landscape design. So you will understand, okay, from landscape design they are asking all these things. You prepare the syllabus for your own study for services. Okay, they are in 10-15 years they have asked these type of questions, so this is the syllabus. For structure and housing and history, similarly you can prepare a syllabus, and you can match with the given syllabus by the gate also. So if something is missing, you can add from that, from the gate syllabus also. So now you will have a detailed syllabus. Now what is important is, one more very important thing that you need to understand is, for example, I'm giving an example. You have gone through a question, and question is this, saying that planning of Jaipur is based on. Now the answer is, we all know that it is based on Prastara type of planning. It's a part of a type of Vedic planning principle. So it is based on Prastara type. So you, in the syllabus, you need not just to cover the Prastara, because this Prastara is a part of Vedic planning principle, and there are 8 type of layout in Vedic planning principle. So the part of your syllabus would be not just Prastara, the part of your syllabus would be 8 type of Vedic planning principle. So you have covered all 8, because maybe they have asked one from this Prastara and one from, let's say, Karmuka type of layout in last 10 years, but you have to cover all 8. So from here, what is the summary is, you have to make the part of the syllabus what they are asking, and also around that what they are asking is obviously will be a part of the syllabus, and what is around that. So let's say Prastara they were asking, and all the 8 principal layout is, all the 8 layout is around that. So you have to include that also. So this is how you will prepare your syllabus. You will go through the previous year question paper, then you will prepare the syllabus subject wise, right? And then next comes the study part. Now what you will study first, this is again a question. So again, there's a point you need to understand. Let's say someone is very casual about this GATE preparation. They're not, that particular student is not serious, and that particular student is starting preparation is, let's say, in December or January. So you can easily guess what that student will be studying. I can tell you what they will be studying is name of the building and their architect, name of the city, their planner, botanical name of the tree, and maybe some numerical from here and there. So and some part of history, elements of Buddhist architecture, elements of Dravidian architecture, and things like that. So this is something that even that student is not serious, preparing casually, that student will cover this portion. And you have to understand your performance in GATE is relative, right? So if you are covering anything that is covered by everyone, so you are at the same stage. So what you need to do in order to perform better in the examination, what you need to do is, you have to do more than what everybody is doing. So from what I would suggest is, you leave all those parts which everyone would cover. You won't start, obviously you will cover that part also, but you won't start from that part. You will start from, I would suggest, from the numerical part, which requires time, which require like for example, let's say for example, this is a time of January and the exam is near, you are in a pressure, and then if you will start, a topic which has numerical, let's say for example, services in a structure, then you will find it difficult to understand all these kind of things. But if you will prepare this, start with your preparation in, let's say, August and September with these kind of subjects, here you don't have pressure, you have plenty of time, you don't have, pressure of pressure of revision. So you can easily, give time to all these subjects and prepare it. So I would suggest, like for example, services, I'm briefly telling you the percentage weightage of all these subjects. So if you will notice, services has the weightage of 16%. Solar percent weightage services alone has in the 100 marks. So you can expect 8 to 9 questions on an average, and this is based on the last 15 year question paper, this data that I'm giving you. So weightage of services is 16%.
Show that.
And now we can listen to you.
So do I need to show that chart, Farooq, that we have prepared regarding the weightage of various subjects? Yeah,
that would be better if you will show. If you can show, that would be better.
Okay. Okay, let me first open it, then I'll ask Javeria to share my screen.
Okay.
I hope you can see my screen now.
Not this. Not this.
Yeah?
That chart, that graph. Yes. This is what needs to be shared. The previous one first.
Okay.
The first one.
Yeah.
No.
This contains building services.
Yes, this one. Yes. So this has been shared with the student.
Yeah. Javeria, can everyone see this?
So this is the percentage.
Yes.
Hello, Tausif bhai?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the percentage weightage of different subjects. So you can see services has a lot of weightage. And even in services, when we talk about services, we mean HVAC, we mean plumbing, we mean lighting services, we mean electrical, lift and escalator. All these are the part of services. Now, even if in services, if you will analyze, you will find that more than 50% questions from the services part are asked from HVAC and plumbing. And if you will combine lighting and acoustic into it, it covers almost 90% of the syllabus. So now you know where you need to, give your more stress. So these are HVAC, plumbing, lighting, and acoustics, right? So like they hardly ask question from electrical part, but that is also part of question. You have to cover it. It's not like that you have to leave that, but you have to more focus on these type of these particular topic, HVAC, plumbing, lighting, and acoustic, because this combined weightage, the combined weightage of all four is almost 90% from the services part. So this is for services. Now another is structure. Now this is very interesting subject. Now what happens is, whenever we think about the GATE preparation, we generally think about this preparation of a structure. So I meet various students who have joined various programs for GATE examination only due to that the student is not good in structure. So they want to prepare, this particular subject, this structure better. So the contribution of a structure is 8 to 10%. So you can expect, 4 to 5 questions from this, and it also varies. Sometimes they will ask you, it's not very consistent subject, so they can ask you 2 questions, sometimes 4 questions. Now what happens is, for a structure part, you must have studied this structure in your college in all 4 years, first year, second year, third year, and 4th year. So there are a lot of things that you might have covered, right? Now for GATE, not all type of questions, not all the syllabus that is part of BRK is relevant. The reason is most of the part of this structure is design part. Now, design is something that is very subjective, and also the calculation and everything is very lengthy. So they can't ask these kind of question in GATE examination because the time is limited, right? So what they generally ask is question based on, if you go through the previous year question, you will realize by yourself that bending moment and shear force, different, different condition, different load condition and end condition, bending moment and shear force they will ask. There will be question from stress, strain, Young modulus, etc. And I think truss frame. So you need to, from the structure part, you need to cover only these 3-4 topics, and that's it. So the structure is done. You need not to cover the entire structure syllabus that you have studied in your bachelor. And also, if you are not good in this, okay, you can add, just let me finish. So even in a structure, I would like to say, if you are not, very good, which most of us are not good in a structure, and this is the reality. So you need not to worry about it, because only if you will solve few here questions, you will be able to solve GATE question. I know someone who doesn't like GATE structure and who have qualified all the competitive examination, not just the GATE and other competitive examination too, who never like, who just kind of hate the structure, right? So it's not a big problem that you don't understand it. You are not good at it, right? Fahad, you would like to add something?
That person is me. That person is me. What happens, स्ट्रक्चर के साथ केस क्या है, when जब आप अपने बीआर में होंगे, मैं अपने बीआर में था, I mean structure is the most hated subject. Nobody, I mean apart from कि आप स्ट्रक्चर में एक दो ही बच्चे बहुत अच्छे होते हैं, स्ट्रक्चर में जनरली बच्चे उतने अच्छे नहीं होते हैं, including me also. I mean मेरा केस ले लीजिए. I mean I don't know structure, but I have been qualifying GATE for the last 6 times simultaneously. मुझे कोई दिक्कत नहीं. Advantage ये है कि in questions that requires numerical answer, GATE doesn't give नेगेटिव मार्किंग. लाइक इस स्ट्रक्चर के जितने भी क्वेश्चन होंगे, इसमें एक आपको बॉक्स दिया जाएगा, उस बॉक्स में आप अपने आंसर भरेंगे, तो उसमें नेगेटिव मार्किंग नहीं होगा. फर्स्ट थिंग, गुड थिंग अबाउट स्ट्रक्चर इज दिस. फिर स्ट्रक्चर जिस लेवल का हमें आर्किटेक्चर में पढ़ना होता है, लाइक थ्योरी ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर्स की बुक्स आती है एंड ऑल, वी डोंट रिक्वायर दैट लेवल ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर फॉर गेट एग्जामिनेशन. गेट में आइदर आपको बहुत ही बिल्कुल सिंपल, लाइक लेट अस अज्यूम कि आपको फार्मूला बेस्ड ही क्वेश्चन मिलेगा. लाइक एक पिक्चर दिया होगा, बेंडिंग मोमेंट निकालिए. आई मीन अगर आपको फार्मूला याद होगा, यू विल डू इट. एंड इवन इफ मैक्सिमम जो बच्चे होते हैं वो, आई मीन वो सारे पार्ट का कुछ ना कुछ जान रहे होते हैं. आई मीन उन्हें हिस्ट्री कुछ पता होता है, सर्विसेज पता होता है, बट स्ट्रक्चर के बारे में ऑलमोस्ट ना के बराबर होता है. और कई स्टूडेंट तो स्ट्रक्चर की तैयारी को ही गेट की तैयारी समझ लेते हैं. स्ट्रक्चर इन इटसेल्फ इज दैट फास्ट, बहुत ज्यादा टाइम लगता है, बहुत लंबा लगता है. आई मीन देयर आर स्टूडेंट लाइक मी, लाइक आई एम आल्सो वन ऑफ अस हु डजंट लाइक स्ट्रक्चर. बट मेरे लिए अगर आप इंटेलिजेंटली सॉल्व करेंगे तो आइदर वो क्वेश्चंस आपको 1 क्लिक में सॉल्व हो जाएगा, और यू कैन मेक गेसेस. यू विल नॉट बी फाइंड नेगेटिव मार्किंग, इसमें होगा नहीं, और यू मे सिंपली स्किप इट in some cases, but this is not recommended. अगर आप एक अच्छा रैंक चाहते हैं, you will have to face each and every subject, including this structure. Okay, Farooq, next.
So another subject is I would like to talk is this building construction. Now in BR, in bachelor's, this building construction is second most important subject after design. So design is the most important, having the maximum weightage, and the second most important is generally building construction. But if you will go through the previous year question paper, you will realize that the contribution of this building construction in GATE examination not much, only 3%, which you can expect 2 questions on an average. Sometimes you might get more than 2, or on an average you will get the 2 questions from it. Now, another subject is housing, and this housing is sometimes part of your architecture syllabus and sometimes not. So, but
should I change the slide?
You must be.
Should I change the slide?
So you can change. Okay, you can change it so that if someone wants to note it, they can note it too.
Okay, this is.
Okay, so as I was saying, so housing is one of the most consistent subject. It's not always part of the BARC syllabus, but portion of it you must be aware. Like the if you will talk about, let's talk about the syllabus of housing. If you are talking about it, so the syllabus includes FAR. We all are aware of it, right? And syllabus include the density calculation of housing, and this includes the demand and shortage, and in theoretical part includes the policies and program of housing that you might not have studied in your BR program. So you will have to study this additionally if this wasn't part of your syllabus. Similarly, now let's talk about another subject which has a lot of weightage, that is history, 8%. So you can expect easily 4 to 6 questions from this history part. Now the problem with the history part is it's purely theoretical, and it's very difficult in a sense that, like for example, question from the dynasty etc. are also asked. Like for example, they will ask you, they won't ask you the numbers, but they will ask you from which dynasty this particular structure or temple belongs. So the elements part of it is very easy. You can easily cover the what are the elements of Buddhist architecture, Hindu temple, Mughal architecture, etc., and Renaissance, Baroque, etc. But this dynasty thing is a little difficult to understand. So what we have realized, in last 2-3 years while guiding the student, that the kind of question what they ask is, of course, the dynasty thing you will have to remember it. But what you can, there's one trick that you can do is always study. If you are studying, let's say, a particular temple, just Google the image of that particular temple. So what they're asked is generally certain elements. Like they can ask you how many sikharas are there and how many domes are over the structure. They can ask you about the materials, right? And they can ask you about the number of entrance gates, etc. So if you have the image of that particular structure in your mind, so now you can recall, okay, this looks like this. Okay, so this can't be this particular material. Even if you don't know what is the exact material, you can anticipate there. Okay, this can't be this material, then this material. So always whenever you try to whenever you are studying this history, so always search, Google the image of the structure, image of the temple, image of the building that you are studying, and try to make an image inside your mind. One of my friend, what he was doing is that he used to make a particular structure that was the part of GATE syllabus wallpaper of the laptop for 1 week. So for 1 week, you are watching a particular structure. So you have completely memorized that particular structure. Now change the wallpaper and put another building that is related to history, another temple or another, tomb, anything. So this is how that person used to, one of my friends used to prepare history. So this will help you while preparing history. Now another thing where a trick can work is, question based on architect and their building. Now what happens is there are several hundred buildings are there, important buildings around the world, and their architects. So what happens is you can't possibly remember all the buildings and their architects. So even if you have covered, let's say 200, the probability that there is a probability that they can ask questions, beyond that 200. So I would give you a trick that will help you in this architect and their building part is, whenever you come across any architect, whether you are studying about architecture, whether it is Frank Lloyd Wright or any Japanese architect or English architect, always remember the name of the architect with the place that architect belongs. So if you are studying, let's say, Frank Lloyd Wright, So you remember this Frank Lloyd Wright belongs to America. If you are studying, let's say, a Japanese architect, so you remember this particular name belongs to Japan, and similarly other architects too. What happens is most of the cases you will realize that the famous building of those architects, and because this is before the globalization, so most of the building they have designed is in their area only. So a famous Japanese architect, their most famous work will mostly, not necessarily always, mostly you will find in Japan. Most of the work of Frank Lloyd Wright you will find in America, right? So what happens is in gate examination, whenever they will give you, let's say for example, they are giving you four architects and they are giving you the four name of the building and you have to match it. So in gate, they will give you the name of the building plus the address. So they will give you the name of the building plus name of the place where this particular building is situated. So they won't give you this Guggenheim Museum. They will give you Guggenheim Museum, Bilbao, or they will give you Guggenheim Museum, New York, right? Or maybe if the building is situated in Japan. So now if you have understood that, okay, this particular architect is Japanese architect, and you see a particular building that is situated in Japan, more often than not, the architect of that Japanese building would be this Japanese architect. So this is the trick if you will follow while preparing this architect and the building. So even sometime if you will miss the name of the architect, and you can solve that particular question, especially when that question comes in matrix matching, right? So this was a little trick,
Okay.
right? Raj, you want to add something?